now with sensing device, with real-time information, real-time data capturing, the next thing is to have a dashboard.
Hey, thanks Johnny for joining us. So Johnny is one of our early angel investor. He's also the group managing director of Leo Paper Group. And Leo Paper is one of the top 10 printing company in China. So maybe Johnny can tell us a bit more about yourself and also Leo Paper Group.
Okay. Well, I'm one of the owner of Leo Paper Group, and I'm the group managing directors of the Leo Paper Group. Leo Paper basically do printing, but the thing is, we do a lot of different types of printing product. Now, we do a lot of children books, a lot of coffee table books, greeting card, gift bags, packaging, and also a lot of boxes as well. So we are producing a lot of different types of products and a very diverse basket of products. And that's all the things that we produce is, I consider our company is a make-to-order company. So everything is our customer design it, we work with them to design the products, and every single product is a unique product and unique order, and that make it very difficult in a high volume and high mix environment.
I see. So I know that your company is also going through the journey of Industry 4.0. Can you tell us more about your journey and what you have learned?
Okay. Now, before we know about Industrial 4.0, and before Industrial 4.0 is a kind of a manufacturing household name now, we already embarked on a lean journey. Lean manufacturing is what we embarked many years ago. We learned it. We would learn it from Toyota. Yeah, everyone learned it from Toyota, and we also visit Toyota plant as well. And we start the lean journey. Lean journey and Industrial 4.0, I would say it's complement each other. In fact, they work hand in hand together. So when we start the lean journey, we also start with a more smart logistic. So we implement RFID in our finished goods, and we start with also in the machinery. Before people talking about IoT, we have a what we call internally, it's called a heartbeat system. And heartbeat system is basically to have a pulse on every single machines that we have. But at that time, our implementation is on the most expensive machines that we have. Printing press is one, and then we have a lot of secondary process machinery. So we have the heartbeat system. It's basically getting all the production rate, the setup times, so we have an idea of what's every single machinery working. So RFID, heartbeat system, and then automation. Those are the three things that we embark on. Now we call it industrial, the early part of Industrial 4.0.
I see. You talk about the Industry 4.0 and also lean can work together. So what do you mean by that?
Okay. Now, lean, we have a lot of night balancing, take time. Now, all this is also part of the efficiency improvement in Industrial 4.0. But Industrial 4.0 is also incorporate a lot of technology, a lot of sensing device, and IT equipment to make sure that we have a real-time informations. We get the visibility of what's going on in the job floor. Now, with that information, with those kind of data, we can work with and use those data to reinforce the lean journey, the lean implementation. For example, line balancing. Now, in lean journey, we have tech time. We want to be having a very low tech time as well as a very balanced line to produce. And then now we're talking about TPEM. That's the lean terminology. But in Industrial 4.0, we want IoT to make sure that our machinery is in a healthy stage, so that we have a visibility, and then we can, using those visibility, to make sure that we can intervene if there's something happening, and as well we have those kind of data to analyze to make sure that we can, at a later stage, improve every single process.
So is it kind of like you use lean to make suggestions and make improvement, let's say on the shop floor, but then you can also monitor those improvements using technologies? Is it like this, or?
Yeah. So lean is a process of reducing the waste. Now, with Industrial 4.0, sensing device, IoT, those kind of things, visibility of the job floor, those kind of things, we can see, okay, what are the wastes on the job floor? And then from there, we can apply a lot of different tools, I would say, in order to reduce those wastes and then improve the efficiency in the job floor.
I see. So we're talking about machines, but I also know that there are lots of labor-intensive operations in New Paper Group as well. Okay, maybe you can tell us more about what this is about.
Okay. Now, earlier I said we do a lot of diverse paper product. We are a capital-intense operation and also labor-intense operation. So all the products that we do, many of them in fact, it's involved using the machinery part as well as the hand assembly part and the packaging part as well. So the hand assembly part is the labor-intense part of it. Now on the line balancing area, now we have to make sure that those motion study, every single worker on every single stations, they are doing things according to the SOP. Okay. And at the same time, we want to make sure all the line are balanced, so that the tech time can reduce, to increase the output and increase the throughput of each line.
I see. So what you guys have been doing in terms of like reducing cycle time or increasing line balance rate or reducing the lead time of your operations?
Okay. Now, first we use the should I say the old technique, but it has been around for many years as a motion study. So we have a motion study, and we have engineering to design the line first. Now, with that line, it is a theoretical line that we build. But on the job floor, when we implement it, and every worker working on it, there's variation. And then from there, we have to do, we still do, time study, or making sure that those lines are in balance. So we send out engineering on the job floor to times, basically, to see the line. Now, with technology, we hope that with visual technology, with any kinds of sensing device technology, we want to be able to not sending people out, but having machines to tell us and to tap the data, so that we have an instantaneous and real-time visibility of every single line operation, so that we can, if there's anything happening, we can intervene. We can, correct it immediately.
I see. Can you give an example on how, technology help Liu Paper Group? Maybe like the heartbeat that you mentioned earlier. Is there like a concrete example? Maybe like in the machine aspect, even how does it help you?
Okay. Now the heartbeat system is now it's the IoT system, sensing device. We use sensing device so that we know what is the setup time, what is the run time, and then from there we can calculate the OEE. Mm-hmm. Now, with those kind of data, we can pinpoint what are the setup time. The setup time is one of the ways because it's not producing any goods. Mm-hmm. So we can use those kind of data and analyze, okay, this is the setup time for what kind of job. The profile of that job, is there any relationship with the setup time? And then from there, we can say, okay, now why is it the setup time is not to our expectation? Or how can we reduce the setup time? And then we go back to the lean and use the lean tools to reduce the setup time so that we can, hopefully can have a single minute, make ready. So this is part of the things, the technology and lean working together hand in hand.
Yeah, it's a very good example.
Yeah.
So can you tell us more about what do you think, in 5 or 10 years, how would the shop floor or the labor intensive operation be evolved?
Okay. Now, the journey is never ending. So right now, we have the heartbeat system. We have online hand assembly, not a heartbeat system, but what we call is a near real-time data collections on all the control point of the hand assembly line. Okay. At the same time, we are trying to implement some kind of visual technology to improve the tech time, to improve the throughput of each hand assembly line. Now, the next thing that we are doing, and we are starting the POC on that, is on the smart logistics. Mm-hmm. One of the things in any kind of job floor, I say any kind of manufacturing, is the wait time. Wait is a big waste in lean or in any kind of job floor. So what we want to see is to have a smart logistic so that we can deploy material to the correct station at a correct time, at a correct quantity. Mm-hmm. So we are starting a POC on that to make sure that we can achieve in a small scale at least, and then in the later stage we can deploy it and to the whole job floor. Now, smart logistics is one thing, and then with IoT, with sensing device, we want to have a dashboard so that we can see what's going on in the job floor. If there's something happening that needs, foreman or any higher ranking people to intervene, we can immediately go and intervene the situation.
So how is it different from what you already have? Because I know you have the, starting from the OEE level, right, of the whole factory, you can drill down and see different performance numbers of the line. So how is this different from what you already have?
Okay. In the past, or right now, some of the equipment, even with the heartbeat system, although it is real time, but it doesn't give a immediately dashboard that we can see. Now with sensing device, with real-time information, real-time data capturing, the next thing is to have a dashboard. You can say it's a kind of, every single manufacturing area have a war room, I would say, is to see what's going on. Visibility of the job floor, problem of the job floor, where the abnormality is happening, so that we can immediately correct it. So using data informations immediately to correct things and then to make decisions at the same time.
I see. So it is moving from near real time to real time, and also is it moving from maybe telling you the what, like the quantity, the performance, into a little bit of the why there's a problem? Is it something like this?
Yeah, you're correct, Ken. As one thing is to get the real time so that we can immediately take action on it.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, now we can act on it. And then the next thing is we have all this data. Then we can analyze why it happened.
Mm-hmm.
And then from there, how we can improve.
I see.
Okay.
Got it. Thank you so much. And my last question would be, I think Liu really has a very long journey, from lean to Industry 4.0, and I know that you have done a lot of work revamping the whole ERP of your company. So for the whole journey, right, is there any other lessons that you would like to share with our audience?
That's now. Lean journey is one part, but lean journey is also complement Industrial 4.0. They work hand in hand. What I said earlier, those two things work hand in hand. ERP system is also a data driven or data collections. Those kind of things is what I would say is it's three things working together in harmony, so that we can improve the operations.
I see.
Okay. Now, in terms of the journey, there's no ending to it.
Okay.
There's only, even you improve something, there's always a better way to improve it further.
Mm-hmm.
So that is the most important thing, is to continuously improve basing on the lean, Industrial 4.0, and data-driven information.
I see. Thank you so much. Thank you for your time.